Gonna make absolutely 100%. Gonna shadow it out. Now this works. FlagDUDE, the red Protoss in the top left-hand corner. Gaming v0rTeX, the purple, royal purple in the bottom right-hand corner. Is v0rTeX sensing victory already, perhaps? Putting in the royal colors. We will have to wait and see. Alrighty, it looks like no crazy out of the ordinary proxiness, which on the one hand is good, because you like to see high-level play in tournaments, not necessarily cheese. But on the other hand, cheese is funny. Nobody can disagree about that. I defy any of you to tell me that cheese is not funny. Okay, you can't actually tell me because I am focusing on this cast, so conversation with me kind of pointless at this point in time, but let's not dwell on that. Let's dwell instead on the supply depot being completed for v0rTeX as he prepares his wall off and scout. He's got this down to a science, as all good Terran players do. And back to the lab for this science, it looks like. There we go. There's the barracks and the scout. That'll teach me to praise people that I'm casting. Back at Casa del FlagDUDE, down 0-1 in this best of 3 on Akalon Wastes. His gateway is now out at the 2-minute mark. A bit slow, perhaps, but he is chrono boosting out those workers, keeping that economy high and awesome. Not really high and dry, because it means Akalon Wastes, everything in this map is dry. Like, everything in this map is dry. You got desert, that's dry. The spiky rock things, dry. 2 scouts passing each other. Oh, it is going to be an attack. Interception. And the SCV on Pro Violence commences. Again, dry. These bone thingies, dry. It's all dry. And FlagDUDE is going to get a good early scout here. Walking past the front door, completely uncontested. He did not slap down, different here for FlagDUDE, he did not slap down the proxy pylon. Interesting decision here. Or is he going for the hide-in base? No, he's trapped. Oh, the wall-in has trapped FlagDUDE's probe. This is what you don't want to have happen as a Protoss player, because slapping down a proxy is instantly detected, and oh, sure enough, this poor probe. Oh, he's about to meet his maker, isn't he? He's about to meet the tech who put him together. No. v0rTeX opting to just back off and focus on economy. Probably the right choice. As v0rTeX does his own scouting, seeing the cybernetics on the way after gateway, standard stuff, double assimilator, standard stuff. No production right now for v0rTeX. He's waiting for his orbital complete before getting the next SCV on the ground, saving up perhaps for early expansion, or is he going to go for that factory off the front as he has done so many times? There's the Reaper for his more in-depth scouting and harassment. Counter that is the Stalker for FlagDUDE, who did very well to blunt v0rTex's scouting early on last time. Looking over my shoulder now, I see the overlay is looking very nice indeed. Elite 8 fun times for all. The PEBCAC has been resolved. There is the scouting probe meeting. Oh dear. There's the Reaper. He's going to be chased all the way back to the mineral line. The Stalker arriving at the nick of time. Can he save the probe this time? It's going to be close. No! Down goes the probe. Once again, one Reaper, one probe. Not the best efficiency. And more importantly, down goes the Reaper. That definitely was not what v0rTeX wanted. Throwaway of resources. It's a trade that favors FlagDUDE very much. I'm sure FlagDUDE will be very happy with that trade as long as he comes out ahead. Meanwhile, oh, this poor probe. He's stuck. He's abandoned. He has nowhere to go. But back at home, the quick expansion, the fast expand by FlagDUDE is going to give him a much better macro position for his second game. You have to remember, folks, in the first game, FlagDUDE came in cold. He had buy in the round of 64, DQ buy in the round of 32, DQ buy in the round of 16, finally getting an opponent in the round of 8, the Elite 8. Though FlagDUDE would like us all to know, those AI that he played as make goods for his matches put up a fight, and they almost detected the 2-gate proxy, but ultimately were defeated. So there you go. He's managed a 2-gate AI, which really, that should prepare anybody for a tournament, right? Yeah, sure. Anyway, pretty standard stuff here from v0rTeX as he has his second barracks and the Destiny Cloud Fist factory into Starport. This is what we've seen him do all tournament long, and it's worked out so well for him, getting the units he wants on the field as fast as possible. It will be interesting to see if he does the Widowmine drop, which he's done with previous opponents, or if he just decides to keep the factory there for just ground-based Widowmines and the eventual Hellbats that we saw late game last time. But what's this? It's a Templar Archives and a Psionic Storm on the way. Oh boy. Good golly gracious me, we are finally getting to see some Templar. We have not seen Templar all tournament long, which has been a fantastic... I can't believe that's happened. Protoss usually counter Bio Ball so well when they have Colossus and Templar on the field. We've seen Colossus used to not as great effect. So perhaps it's only natural now that we see FlagDUDE going with the Templar and their wonderful Psionic Storms. I cannot wait to see the first storm of my stream come down here. As the Robo is on the way now for FlagDUDE, making sure he has something on the back of his Templars to provide a little more beef, and of course scouting with the Observers, always very, very key. And the first Widow Mine's now done for v0rTeX. He's moving them down here. Is this the drop? Oh, it's the Widow Mine drop. It's the Widow Mine drop. Yes, it is. Widow drop detected. Oh, but what do we have in the bottom left corner here? Oh, but FlagDUDE's Hero Probe abandoned, not dealt with by v0rTeX. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to draw your memories back. If you want to recall back, what did I say? The very beginning of this tournament. If a probe goes missing, if you do not keep your eye on a probe, it is proxying. It is absolutely proxying, and you must find said proxy and kill the probe before things get out of hand. Unfortunately, that has not happened in v0rTeX, who is supply blocked right now. Little bit of harass in the Nexus, scared off easily by this army. But here's the Widow drop, and is it gonna... Oh, one's gonna connect. Two are gonna connect. Oh, the probes. Oh, actually, that didn't do as much as you would have thought. One probe dead for sure, thanks to that Widow Mine. Oh, yes, that was just a brutal slaying. 10 workers total. 1 from the Reaper, 9 from the Widow Mines. A fantastic Widow Mine drop by v0rTeX. That's going to completely cripple the economy of FlagDUDE. He has transferred the workers down to the natural to keep the income somewhat steady, but only a worker each on gas and no workers on the minerals. This is a dire situation for FlagDUDE. If he didn't have the proxy pylon, you take out my economy, I'm going to take out your whole flippin' base, no doubt FlagDUDE is saying. Now he's got to move quickly. He has to move quickly. Full saturation, oversaturation by v0rTeX. He has not done enough to transfer the workers away to his natural, and v0rTeX is still supply blocked. Oh, he's waiting for, looks like, one more High Templar and a Zealot. This has to be enough for FlagDUDE. He has to move in before he runs out of time here, as the medevac is looking for another chance to make a good drop. And sure enough, waddle, waddle, waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. They bury. It's going to be an advanced guard situation here for the Widow Mines, checking to see if anybody moves, which will be a good tell. If no one moves out, you know they're moving in. And speaking of, there's the storms! The big size storms! Down go the workers. That is exactly what FlagDUDE needed to recover his economic losses. v0rTeX is forced to abandon all those workers out of the main base as the army retreats. And oh my goodness, there's the Archon Warp in from the storm drop. And this orbital command is under siege. This is not at all FlagDUDE money. Here come the Stalkers to reinforce the Archon. The Archon falls very quickly indeed, as will the Stalkers. But it denies all this mining time. All of it will be shut down here for just a short while, but it will be enough to get back in the game. Down goes the Proxy Pylon and the Hero Probe. But meanwhile, whoops, back at the main base, this Barracks has had its reactor taken down, and the Zealots are going to town on the SCs as they come back to work. The Stutter Step will take down the Zealots, and the medevac in support should clean this up. But it's a crippling loss for v0rTeX. He did not need this. He is still ahead on supply. He is heavily ahead in supply, 46 to 14. But he's lost his income now. He needs to push out. Oh, he's a little... I think he's a little too far away there. Perhaps a little too hasty with the slap down there by v0rTeX. Yes, definitely too hasty. He's got the armor right now. If he pushes out now, he'd probably walk up the field and win this in a slugfest. The longer he waits, and he's going to do it now, it looks like the longer he waits, the longer FlagDUDE has a chance to recover that lost army supply. Meanwhile, third base complete here for v0rTeX. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Third base. Upgrading now to orbital before, I would assume, moving it to the collapsible third base spot instead of going here. You have to think that's what's going to happen, but it might not even matter, as the Death Ball, well, early game Death Ball, and the one Vespine carrying SCV. Well, I have to assume that's like, is he like the water boy? So it's like, hey guys, I saw you all walking across this dry desert. Figured y'all might need yourself a nice tall glass of Vespine cider. Vespine cider. Good enough for Rainer, good enough for you. The army's all, no, we're just gonna stim and get out of here. In goes the army. Oh, but it's a great counter storm to v0rTeX. On the stimming bio ball, there is enough energy to at least stay this off temporarily. Another storm would be vital. Oh, can he get the photon overcharge? Get the photon overcharge. He needs it here. He's a 30 energy short. FlagDUDE has the right unit, but it's at the wrong time. Down goes the natural. The units are almost stimmed out here. We saw what happened last time v0rTeX overstimmed, and they will indeed hop into the... Oh, the counter with the Widow Mines taking down the pursuing Zealots. Actually doing a little more damage to the army than perhaps the opposing army. There's the scan now. This is a great scan revealing the observer as it tries to peacefully fly home. Great call from Gaming v0rTeX as he now... Oh, the poor probes! They will be massacred here as the stim wears off. And the medevac is actually not in best of shape. I think one of those medevacs was actually taken out by the Widow Mines. Widow Mine's a little over exuberant there. Corporal Widow Mine and Corporal Widow Mine. Now, whatever energy is left in the tank, we'll try and patch up this army. Hellion showing up here. I assume this is for probe removal. Interesting choice, though. As v0rTeX, he's still got workers. Actually, that ended up giving him decent saturation on his main base, but it is one base Protoss. Not going to be enough to win this. He's got a Colossus. He's got an Immortal. And v0rTeX is madly trying to alleviate his supply block. Stuck at 105. Which is not how you want to end a game necessarily, as the SCVs work to repair their lost economy now. 8 workers now on mineral. Full saturation on Vespene at the natural optimal saturation here. 18 of 24 on minerals. Empty Vespene though. There's the scan. Seeing nothing there. The Widow Mine will get a free chance to waddle itself up and bury in. This is Corporal... Oh, this is a new Widow Mine. It's a recruit. Being backed by his trainer, Corporal Widow Mine and Corporal Widow Mine. You have to wonder what the coaching sessions are like between Widow Mines. All right, Junior. What I want you to do, you walk up there. I want you to blow yourself up. Oh, you mean like he did, Sarge? No. First of all, I'm a corporal. Secondly, he walked too close, and he got scouted. That observer. You cannot do that. You gotta sit here, wait for them to come to you, and blow up. Can you do that, recruit? The recruits these days are horrible. Horrible. Meanwhile, this is a forward fourth base from v0rTeX as he goes for total map lockdown. Sensor towers appearing as v0rTeX wants to make sure this game stays absolutely in his control. He has locked everything down. It looks like, I would assume this becomes a planetary and then leaves no path for the army to escape. This is perhaps a bit of overkill by v0rTeX. I understand he wants to be absolutely certain he's not walking into a death trap, but I mean, he's got just the one medevac, which is a bit of a cause of concern, but he's got the shielded up, and there's the stim. Oh, the great storm! This is exactly what v0rTeX didn't want to happen. The army has thrown away the Colossus countered. A clutch storm! Absolutely clutch. v0rTeX waited too long, did not have the medevac support, and v0rTeX has just given FlagDUDE a lifeline back into this match. And v0rTeX is indeed still locked down. He has no way to get out of his base without being attacked by this army. He is still behind in worker supply, and the army supply still favors v0rTeX. It is by no means a sure shot that FlagDUDE is going to survive, or that v0rTeX is going to come out of this a winner. That said, that was an absolutely atrocious engagement by v0rTeX. FlagDUDE got exactly what he wanted. A clutch storm from this High Templar who's been promoted to Instructor. 10 kills on his side storm, and he's got another one in the bank. That's not going to be good for v0rTeX. And the Immortals on the back to soak up the big hits. The Colossus is not yet on the field. You have to think that'll be almost done here. Yes, 52 of 75 and ticking up. As the scouting Widow Mines keep their eyes on the expansion. There's now no way whatsoever for FlagDUDE to sneak in an expansion, and he is starting to run out of minerals. Mothership Core is here, and it is at full energy to defend in case of any drops come, but it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing drops. Heck, I don't even think we're going to be seeing... Oh, we now have 4 medevacs on the field. Finally, v0rTeX has raised his count on the medevacs. Will keep the army well and truly healthy. There's the planetary. All of a sudden, oh no! The all extended lance is blowing up on the Zealots, which is exactly what you want to have happen if you're a Protoss player. Tank those shots. There's the storm again. Great storm, but it's going to be able to take down some of them, and it's not going to be nearly enough. v0rTeX is simply too overwhelming here. Go great time warp there. Actually, that time warp swung it. v0rTeX not wanting to stick around, and the bio is done. Oh, the Colossus with 2 armor. 2 armor on the Colossus. A hero Colossus. FlagDUDE is back in the game. He has countered the bio ball. He has not broken the contain completely, though, as there's now a planetary and a whole bunch of anti-everything here. Down goes the Colossus from the combined arms contain, but suddenly Clan Gaming's, I should say, v0rTeX has got to be very careful. He gave FlagDUDE a lifeline, and FlagDUDE has fought back admirably. He's got this second base up and running, which is clutch. He has to defend that with everything he has. choke point is wider here than it would be here. But now he's running out of minerals at home. The probes are transferring, which v0rTeX has spotted with his scans. If he pushes now, he might be able to sabotage this, cut the economy completely, and v0rTeX is almost assured the win. But as it stands right now, while v0rTeX has an excellent contain going, double sensor tower to make sure nothing sneaks by except maybe if they hop over the wall here with blink. There is very little that is going to get past this contain without v0rTeX seeing it. And I guarantee you nothing is going to get past this contain, nor will it be parched. As long as you carry Vespine Satyr, Rainer's own, is keeping the Marines nice and liquidated since 2685. I have no idea what the year is in StarCraft, but I'm going to assume it's somewhere around there. Meanwhile, the load up here by the Medivacs is going to be a drop into the back, I would assume, to force the army out of its protected little hiding hole there. Now, this is what should have happened a long time ago. This is almost, I would think, 101 for Accolon Waste. Get these rocks down, open up your third base, and then collapse the rocks. If you look over here on King v0rTeX, he's actually gone the long way and flown it over. Has not given himself an easy path to defend. And meanwhile, there go the Medivacs looking for that backdoor drop. Meanwhile, Gaming v0rTeX has given himself an avenue to get a third base. You know he wants to pick this up. You know he really wants to get down the sensor towers so he can do so unimpeded. But the situation being what it is, and working down his level 1 weapons, as Gaming v0rTex's level 1 is almost complete, we'll have 1-1 very shortly. He's got to do what he can. Meanwhile, there's the drop going straight for the production. There's the photon overcharge. Is it going to be able to take down the Temple Archives? This is huge with the Archives fall, and they will. This is, I would assume this is a suicide mission done purely to take down the Pressures, but no, they will escape, as will the Medivac. Well done by v0rTeX. That drop was clutch, taking down the Templar Archives. The biggest counters right now is Templar Colossus. You remove that from the field, suddenly FlagDUDE is very much in a world of hurt. Scan now, revealing that the damage has been done. More Stalkers are warping in. Another scan now, checking to see what is still on the field. He knows the Observers are there. He knows the Immortals are there. This is actually a good ball of army. He had his Templar alive, and he had his Colossus to be another sword. There's a storm. Is it going to force the engagement? It will. Second storm to cover the retreat. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it just might. Double storm by FlagDUDE is keeping him in this game. FlagDUDE refuses to submit. He doesn't care that he's contained. This Stalker might, and he's just rubble now. That's a very unfortunate waste of Protoss life. Meanwhile, the droppers, Suicide Squad drop, coming back to meet up with the contain as they realize, wait a minute, we may have given him a very serious way back in this match. v0rTeX has all the resources at his disposal. He is taking base after base, and why not? But he's unable to actually get the killing blow here to seal the deal, to close this off. The tenacity of FlagDUDE here, fantastic, admirable. FlagDUDE down 0-1 in this best of 3. He must hold on and somehow defend his way to victory if he wants to stay in the Elite 8 and move on to the Final Four, the quarterfinals of SS Radio Open number 5. v0rTeX restocking here with Bio. He has not transitioned to mech, which I feel like if you're running a contain, having siege tanks is almost a must. Get your scans in there, creeping barrage, force the units back, move in. Now, you might say, well, the Immortals are there, and that's a counter to siege tanks, and that's very true. But last I checked, there are no sentries providing Guardian Shield, and Stalkers are most definitely not. It's a delayed response here by v0rTeX. One bunker falls. FlagDUDE is actually doing great feedback there. There's a storm. v0rTeX is suddenly in a ton of trouble here. Feedback doing very well to lower the health of the Medivac, but oh, FlagDUDE has gone a little bit too far. He's overpushed the contain breakout. He's trying to knock down the planetary while taking down the units that are still on the field. This is a gutsy attempt to break the contain by FlagDUDE, and he will pull back. v0rTeX hanging on here. He's still got the units, and they will stim. They will push the advantage. This I do not agree with. No, v0rTeX, you need to hide back behind your units. If the Colossus is on the field, taking pot shots, taking down. But that just means the Immortals are still on the field, and suddenly v0rTeX is in a world of trouble here. He has lost his ground army. Only the Medivacs are alive. The Immortals are on the field, and this could spell the end of the contain. The mech is on the field, your anti-Colossus mech in the form of Vikings, but down goes the planetary fortress. FlagDUDE has broken the back of the contain. FlagDUDE is not done yet. FlagDUDE is moving out of his base, and the contain is broken. Trying to salvage his v0rTeX. Down goes the sensor tower. FlagDUDE has done it. He has broken the contain. He has not won the game yet, but all the momentum is with him as he breaks the contain down. Down goes the sensor tower. Suddenly, All that stands between FlagDUDE and his long-awaited third base is one Marine, which will be falling, I'm going to say, very quickly. No production whatsoever happening. FlagDUDE conserving all of his resources to get this Nexus on the way down below the rocks. FlagDUDE has secured his third base site. Can he do it before the ball of army arrives, though? v0rTeX sending out his army ball. He's floating. I believe the official unit is a metric whack ton of minerals. The question, though, is it enough? Can he get the right army count? There's the stim. The Immortals, though, doing very well to focus down these weak points of the army. The Stalkers countering the Vikings and the Medvacs easily. The Vikings actually leading with just a tiny bit of health here. Widowmine's burying, trying to bait any pursuers, but the Protoss are not being drawn to that at all. Perhaps the Marines will try it, but it is unlikely. Templar Archives coming back up here as the main base is almost completely mined out. The Assimilator will be next here. All the probes have been transferred away. You have to think, at some point, FlagDUDE will need to improve the production facilities, either with a Stargate or more Robo or Gateway. Because at the moment, well, he's done, I gotta say, just a phenomenal job of holding off v0rTeX, stopping him from closing the game out. He needs to get more units on the field to stay in the game. Because right now, the Army supply, 112 to 50. That's not gonna win you a game if you're FlagDUDE. Worker supply 63 to 31. Again, not gonna win you a game if you're FlagDUDE. That said, 63 worker supply for v0rTeX is certainly on the high side. I would not be surprised if we start seeing worker kill-offs at this point just to keep the supply or the support, yes, that's right, the supply cost down. Templars have finally rejoined the army. This is a good job by FlagDUDE to get the counters back up and running. Pylon going. This is for Cannon to keep an eye out, but oh my goodness. The minefield has been laid. The Widow Mines are ready. Marines are ready. Firebats. Marauders. Vikings. Medevacs. Only problem is they all died of storms. It's the only problem I see with this. Tanks would be lovely right now. Banshees. Once you can focus down the observers, because I believe, how many observers are left here? There are no observers left on the field. Banshees would be a fantastic pickup right around now. v0rTeX is maxed out on his supply. Working on his 3-3. As FlagDUDE tries desperately to catch up and get his second weapon upgrade done. 2 observers now rejoining the army to hopefully provide that detection. As 2 more orbitals are being completed, I should say. v0rTeX. v0rTeX has full sight of almost every base in the game. Every site is being watched. You have to think the advantage still lies with v0rTeX, but he's been unable to find that killing blow, that piercing blow, to get through the defenses of FlagDUDE and end it and move on to the final 4. Here's the drop at the mined out main base. Is this what he's looking for? The mined out main base drop. Going immediately back to the Templar Archives. It's a good idea. No, they're going for the assimilator. That's not what you want to do. There we go. That's more like it. Stim going down. The army falls back to hopefully stop the Templar Archives from falling. They will not do in time the double stim, and out go the medevacs. Now they have to get out of here. Those stalkers, if they were able to, let's say, research Blink forward, take down the Marauder, or take down the medevacs, suddenly this army's in a lot of trouble. And while FlagDUDE goes one way, v0rTeX comes in the other. There's the storm, there's the feedback. Suddenly v0rTex is having to move. He's a decent dodge. That time for the storms, there's so many of them. So many of them. Feedback takes down 1 medevac, another 2. Oh, so many feedbacks. The medevacs are obliterated, and v0rTeX is suddenly, for the first time in this game, in danger of going down in supply to FlagDUDE. FlagDUDE has done a fantastic, this is a miraculous, near miraculous comeback here for FlagDUDE. What a takedown of the Terran army. Now he's got the units to actually move out and start reclaiming from base. v0rTeX, he's tipping his hat, and why not? You gotta hand it to FlagDUDE. He has done just a sensational job of defending this game, hanging on for all he's worth. Now, does he know? He doesn't need the observers are there. The Widowmine's like, uh-oh, boss, we gotta waddle like we mean it. And thankfully, sensing perhaps a second Widowmine bait and switch, Protoss army backs off. We are at the 34-minute mark of the second match of the Elite 8 showdown between Canada's v0rTeX and America's FlagDUDE. v0rTeX up 1-0 after a relatively quick win, taking advantage of FlagDUDE's general rust. Came into this match having not played anything in the previous rounds. Buys and DQs saw him through to the Elite 8. v0rTeX, however, did it the old-fashioned way by winning. As predicted, now we are seeing the mech play. This is long overdue for v0rTeX, but he is now doing the right thing, getting Banshees, getting Siege Tanks, going for the heavier hitting next stuff that isn't going to die immediately to Colossus Templar. And now the Colossus striding over hill and dale. Oh, they're gonna find this scout. Do they take that as a sign of a scout, or do they think this sign is a base? The Archon. Oh, if the Archon gets this. No, he decides to move away again. He's spooked. I want to say he's spooked by the prospect of there being Widowmine traps like that. Thankfully, the observers did a very good job indeed of pulling up. Oh, the Banshee, bad rally point there. Now this is all FlagDUDE moving out. The siege tank does not get a chance to siege up. The supplies are even for the first time in the game. Now v0rTeX pulling back ahead as his first finishes. Oh, this is not. Oh, v0rTeX gives the GG. v0rTeX has raised the white flag from a full contained. FlagDUDE has fought back to even it up. It is 1-1. We are going to match game number 3 of the Elite 8 Showdown. Can you believe it? What an incredible match.